Hello, I'm Jerry Carley, President and CEO of Benedictine. Welcome to my annual video update for our residents, family members, associates, governance members, and other partners. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen to this message. Well, let's face it, 2020 was a rough year. Last January, we were starting out our 35th anniversary year and year of peace by introducing our new name and identity. We were making huge strides in our strategic plan objectives and were in a strong financial position as an organization. Then in March, the COVID-19 pandemic swept the nation and the world. Life as we knew it ceased to exist. As we all know by now, senior care organizations were one of the most affected by the pandemic. Benedictine was no exception. In the last 10 months, each one of our living communities has been touched by this devastating virus. We have stories of both heartbreaking loss as well as those of sheer resourcefulness and resiliency. We called on the legacy of our sisters even more during this time to provide us with inspiration and hope during these difficult 10 months. Now, each day the light at the end of the tunnel is becoming a little brighter. We have started to provide vaccinations to our residents and caregivers. I was even able to get in on the fun to receive this safe and effective vaccine when I was at our Serenity White Bear Lake community. What I noticed most when I was at White Bear Lake were the smiles and genuine excitement that this vaccine brings to Benedictine. As we get more and more of our residents and associates vaccinated, we are hopeful that we will be able to open our communities to family visits and other guests sometime in the not too distant future. And we look forward to our new residents and guests planning to join us in our communities across Benedictine. With all that in mind, and before I go any further in this message, I want to say that I have never been more proud to be part of an organization and the collective determination of our associates, governance, and partners to meet this challenge head-on and to keep our residents safe and well. I am always mindful of the words of Saint Benedict. Care of the sick must rank above and before all else, so that they may truly be served as Christ. Through you, your efforts, and your call to serve at Benedictine, never forget that we are continuing Jesus' healing ministry and the healthcare ministry of our sisters. Despite the pandemic and all its influences swirling about us since March, we have continued to move ahead with many important and positive projects. We adapted to working remotely and to new schedules, and of course, we Zoomed. As part of our strategic plan, we started the first phase of our ambitious Benedictine Experience project. The goal of this multi-phase, multi-year project will be to deliver a unique and consistent resident and associate experience across Benedictine. We think we are a bit ahead of the game in the senior care industry with this objective. Much of the research and observation has taken place, and we anticipate completion of this first phase by the end of 2021. In late March and early April, we consolidated our Cambridge and Shoreview Support Center offices to one location in Fridley, Minnesota, a northern suburb of Minneapolis. This move provided us with much-needed space and promises an opportunity for increased collaboration once everyone is back in the office. Following the breathtaking display of injustice in our society this year, I was proud to sign the Catholic Health Association's pledge to confront racism and achieve health equity on behalf of Benedictine. As a unified ministry, we can take action and make a difference. We expanded our ministry with the opening of Benedictine Living Community Windermere Way, a beautiful new community in Shakopee, Minnesota. An extension of the existing Benedictine Living Community Shakopee, this ministry provides independent living, assisted living, and assisted living memory care options in a growing area of the Twin Cities. On January 1st, we welcomed the Theesquilen to the Benedictine family. The Theesquilen is a life plan community that provides skilled nursing, assisted living, and independent living options for its residents. Located in Belleville, Illinois, it is just across the river from our ministry partner, Nazareth Living Center. The transfer of the Theesquilen comes to us from the Missionary Oblates of Mary Immaculate, a congregation Benedictine has had a long relationship with for many years. Financially, when so many other organizations are struggling or closing, Benedictine is holding our own. Census at our communities has declined during the pandemic, and we have increased costs for staffing, supplies, and PPE. We have been able to weather the storm so far due to our strong financial position at the start of the global pandemic and our increased attention to expense control. It hasn't been easy, but we are hopeful that in the next few months, with the arrival of the vaccine, we will be able to rebuild our financials and other resources. Each month, my senior team tracks and reviews the objectives of our strategic plan. Our current plan has 4 main objectives focused on identity, service, people, and finance. Each area has 2 or 3 goals and then many tactical actions to achieve these goals. As a group, we adjust the action plans to anticipate or respond to our ever-changing environment. This clear and concise plan keeps us focused on what is important for the success of Benedictine. As I look forward to 2021, I think optimistic is a key word for all of us. We are optimistic that there will be an end to the COVID-19 pandemic. We are optimistic that our lives and operations will return to more normal routines. We are optimistic that we will achieve goals of recovery and rebuilding and will work towards our strategic objectives. To that end, we will focus on what is good, what is right, and positive for our ministry. I would like to close my message with a heartfelt thank you to all of you who live or serve in our sisters' ministry. From all of us at Benedictine, we are blessed and grateful for the work we've been given to help aging adults live fully, live well, and with purpose.